So the question is, should you, as a B2B or any type of business really, should you be talking about cost and price of your products or services on your website? Great debate, right? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Hey folks, Marcus Sheridan here, and you may notice in the background that we're at Inbound 2018, and they've been talking today about a subject I've been talking about for like 7 years, which is the importance for us to talk about cost and price on our website. Now, before you turn off this video and say, no way, well, stay with me for a second. So when you, as a buyer, as a searcher, when you're looking for cost and price and you can't find it on a website, how do you feel? Well, you get frustrated, right? When you get frustrated, you say to yourself, I'm sure it's here somewhere, I'll just keep digging. Like, no, you don't do that, right? Or do you say, well, that's okay, they're not talking about it. They're a value-based business. Never. Because instead of doing that, you, as the buyer, you as a searcher, you just keep searching, right? And you search until you find the answer. And whoever gives you the answer, generally speaking, that's who's gonna win your trust, that's who's gonna get the phone call, and oftentimes, that's who's gonna get your business. This is how we are as buyers and searchers and consumers today. Yet, notwithstanding, if I said to you, so do you talk about it on your website, especially if you're a B2B service-based business, you're probably thinking, well, we can't do that. Yeah, well, most say that until they realize what's possible. You see, there's three major reasons why so many businesses don't talk about cost and price on their website. First one is we don't want our competitors to know. Second one is every job is different. The third one is we don't want to scare them away. So let's just like dissect those because they're pretty crazy when you think about it. First one, competition. If I came to you or your sales team and I said, do you all have a really good sense as to what your competitors charge? What would they say? They'd be like, yeah, of course we do. We've been in the game for a long time. So here's the big secret. If you have a great sense as to what they charge, yep, that's right, they have a great sense as to what you charge. You see, this is the big secret, non-secret. Everybody acts like nobody knows what everybody's charging, when in reality, everybody essentially knows what everybody's charging. But besides that, when was the last time your competitors actually paid your bills? Like, isn't it crazy? We allow them to stand between us and that magical thing that we call trust. I know, it's nuts, doesn't make any sense, but we keep doing this. Now, the second reason we said is because every job is different. True, but let's say I came to you as a prospect and I said, can you help me understand what would drive the cost of your product or service up? What would you say? You're like, yeah, sure. If I came to you and I said, can you help me understand what would keep the cost of your product or service down? What would you say? You'd be like, yeah, no problem. If I came to you and I said, you know what, you gave me a price, you gave me a quote, I appreciate that. I also got a price from your competitors, and this is what I'm finding. There's differences. Some of you are like up here, some of you are down here. Help me understand why there's such a delta in your industry. Now, could you answer that? Of course you can, because you've answered that like 1,000,000 times, especially if you're in sales. So if you've answered 1,000,000 times, why do we continue to allow them to answer the question? Third reason is I don't want to scare them away. But what we all have established is the thing that actually scares us away as buyers and searchers and consumers is when they don't talk about the thing. Ignorance leads to inertia. When we don't know, we stop, we pull out. And this is happening all over the world. Folks, today's buyer has changed. Heck, even HubSpot today, finally, after 7 years on the keynote stage, they said, we've got to, regardless of B2B or B2C, start talking about cost and price on our website. The reality is, if you do, if you explain it well, you will actually decommoditize that thing that you sell. But if you live in this state of don't talk about it until we're in front of the prospect, we will promote unintentionally ignorance, and we will accidentally commoditize the very thing we're trying to de-commoditize. This is our challenge. Let's meet today's buyer. Let's talk about cost and price. And look, if you can't get buy-in on this, I will come out to your team and we will get the buy-in because it is essential. Last point about this. For 5 years now, we've been working with clients, half of which are B2B. And for over 90% of these clients, the number one traffic, lead, and sales generating content has to do with, yes, that's right, cost and price. The data is there. The analytics are there. It's inarguable at this point. And I hope this helps. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, y'all. Until the next time, let's get to work.